Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, here at 2017 Cleveland Browns training camp with linebacker Kirksey. Appreciate you taking time, man.
Oh, yeah, appreciate you for having me.
Now, you played at Iowa. Big Ten football, we know as far as a box game in the Big Ten.
Right.
But you've seen the transition from playing more of a running style offense against running style offenses to now where everything is played out in space.
Yeah.
How has that transition made it for you as a linebacker as far as what the position now entails?
Well, for me, I kind of played a unique position in Iowa. I played outside backer, so I was on slot receivers a lot, tight ends a lot. So it was actually a bigger transition coming to the league because I had to play in the middle. So it was a little different, but when you have a great coach, we got great people around you, it makes the transition a little easier just because, you're steady learning from guys. You got tons of people, that you can go up to and, ask questions. And, the league has plenty of different style offenses to run. So, you become more of a student of the game once you get to the league. So you're able to see things, being in the classroom, you have more time. You don't have classes to go to. So, you have more than enough time to sit there and actually study and, get repetition once you get on the field. So, really, I had great vets in front of me like Carlos Dansby, Craig Robinson, those guys that I was able to sit back and, learn from them. And, going to the year 4 and, opposed to, being a rookie, it's night and day, Carlos always used to tell me, man, once you get so many repetitions, you've seen everything. So that transition was very helpful, having guys that's been there and done that, and just helped me develop into the player I am.
And what's interesting because you got better each and every year, and
right.
I think that comes in line with what you talked about.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about class. You're studying
right.
and you're getting reps.
Right.
And so, do you think about year in year out that lack of let's say mental strain as far as worrying about outside factors allows you to play faster, and that's why you feel as though you've gotten better?
Yeah, I feel like every year is another opportunity to get better in a certain area. So as a rookie, you got a million different things going on. You got your family back home. Just they're happy that you got drafted, so you're still in that world. Then you got financial things. Making more money you ever made in your life. Then you got transition into getting accepted into the NFL locker room, then all these different people that you meet and things like that. So you got a lot of things on your plate, but then you got to sit there and you got to become a student of the game. You got to sit there and take yourself as a professional or whatever. Then after that, your second year, you're more in tune to what's going on. You built that relationship with your teammates, your coaches. You're more settled in, and then you really focus on football, and you go out there, you make your mistakes or whatever. But then year 3, you just fall back on the mistakes that you made year 2, and you kind of clean it up from there. So each year you just got an opportunity to get better and just learn from the mistakes that you made in your previous year. So I always just tell people, the more repetition you have, is the better. So it's like, you being a barber, you start off cutting somebody hair, you know what I'm saying? It may not be the best, but as you just keep cutting, it eventually becomes second nature. Now you know exactly what you're doing. So when it comes to repetition and experience, that's all you can rely on.
And at this point in your career, what do you feel as though you still have to grow your game? Where can you continue to grow your game?
I think in my game I need to make more turnovers and create more turnovers. You can always improve, and just being a student of the game and just knowing things are gonna happen before they happen. You can always pick up on a guy's tendency and things like that. So you always got room to improve as far as like on the mental side, and on the physical side, everything is really take play.
I definitely wish you the best of luck moving forward, man. Continue to grow your game, and we wish you the best of luck this season and moving forward.
All right, appreciate it, brother.
Thanks, man.